Thank you, Madam Chairwoman, and members of the committee for hearing everybody tonight. I am speaking in support of 2163, and I just want to say that, I know a lot of people have spoken tonight, so I appreciate the fact that you hear every single person that comes up, because there are too many stories to tell just tonight, but all of them are very important, and a lot of them are really personal. So thank you for everybody who did share a personal story, because I know they're hard to share. The right to choose is important because raising a child is a financial strain on women. In the best case scenario, the lack of access to an abortion causes a woman to reduce her full-time employment for at least 4 years. Not only does this reduced income pose its own difficulty in affording another mouth to feed and the whole cost of raising the child, but also the job experience and opportunities that are lost in that time plague a woman for her entire life. In the best case scenario, women will be forced to carry a child that they are not ready for. They are forced to risk death and other serious medical complications during vaginal delivery or a C-section. In the best case scenario, women are forced to become mothers and forced to endure postpartum health risks. In the best case scenario, women are required to endure a lifetime of oppression for becoming a mother when they were not ready. Women with or without health care must pay for their medical costs, including pregnancy-related conditions that they could suffer from for the rest of their entire lives. The reason I'm urging passage of this bill is because even in the best case scenario, lack of access to abortion is nothing short of a financial nightmare for women. And lastly, I would say, I know there are a lot of opponents to this bill that use a lot of moral arguments, but as a few other testifiers have said earlier, this is not necessarily a moral argument. This is about the freedom of a woman to decide what she's to do in her life. And if she cannot decide whether or not she has to carry a child for 9 months and whether or not she has to endure any health complications and the financial strain of not being able to do whatever job she's doing for the amount of time that it might take her to recover, that right there, I don't think that that's freedom. I think that women should have equity in the workplace, and that requires them to actually be in the workplace too. And if they're taken out of that because they're forced to have a child they're not ready for, or they're forced to deal with the health complications because of that child, then I think that's a huge issue. So again, this isn't just a moral issue, it is a financial issue. So please take that into consideration, and I hope that you will vote in support of this and push it to the Senate floor, because this is an important issue for our time. Thanks for hearing us.